Hey guys, as always, thanks for stopping by. Who am I voting for president? Yep, let's talk about that. Today's episode is brought to you by all of you Patriots. Every thumbs up is a huge help. I've done 10 episodes in the last 12 days, and they've all been a lot of fun. Appreciate all the conversations. Y'all have sent some cool stuff to the P.O. Box as well lately. A lot of fun stuff going on over on Instagram and down in the comment section and over on email. All of it has been a lot of fun. Thank y'all for all of that. Every thumbs up is a help. Every comment is a help. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I appreciate that as well. It's all fantastical. Thank you, guys. All right, it is election season. Y'all have asked me repeatedly who I am voting for president. I'm not just going to tell you president and vice president today. I'm going to tell you most of the members of the cabinet. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, at the end, I'm going to tell you my president vote. But then I'm going to also ask you a question that I think is kind of important. I'm going to say it right up front. I'm going to leave people out of this. This was really tough. Like, I've been working on this for a while, and there are friends of mine. I'm going to go ahead and say it. If you're watching this and you're a friend of mine and you're not on this list, I'm sorry. There's a lot to it, and I'm a little bit worried about it. So y'all going to have to tell me, who did I leave out? Up first is the President's Council on Physical Fitness. Who's going to lead that? Arnold Schwarzenegger led it back in the day. My pick for the leader of the President's Council on Physical Fitness is Kentucky Ballistic Scott. He is fit, he is rad, he shoots big bore stuff, and I think he is the right choice to lead the President's Council on Physical Fitness. Up next is going to be a White House position. It is the press secretary. Now, that's not a cabinet decision, but that is going to be an important person in the Oval Office, the person that is the touch person with the press. What we need is somebody that's organized, that's on top of the news, that knows what's going on, that is well-spoken, and can think on their feet. I've got a great one. My pick for press secretary is from the Gun Collective, John Patton. Yeah, that's a great decision. I know it. He can think on his feet. He's fast. He is well-spoken, and he is the right decision. Plus, he has a fantastic beard. Congratulations. My vote for press secretary is John Patton. Up next is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Now, this is a tough one because I had to think through a lot of these. There's a couple dark horses in here, but I'm proud of this next choice. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff is going to have to organize. They're going to have to be able to speak to all the different branches of service, including the Air Force. And then also somebody that knows what the life of an enlisted man and the life of an officer. Yep, you know who it's going to be. It's going to be Mike Jones, a.k.a. Daddy Plaid, a.k.a. Garand Thumb. He is my choice as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He has lived the life of an enlisted man. He has lived the life of being Batman, and he is currently an officer as well. Congratulations to Garand Thumb, Daddy Plaid, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Who am I missing out? This is so tough. All right, up next is the White House Chief of Staff. Now, this is the person that needs to be a little bit organized, a lot of organized. And I chose somebody that's cool and level-headed, somebody that can deal with a lot of different staff and deal with a lot of different personalities. White House Chief of Staff, congratulations to Mike, Mr. Guns and Gear. I think Mike, because of his background as well as his cool-headedness, is the right decision to run all of the staff in the White House. Up next is the Secretary of Education. We need somebody that, of course, has a background in education, somebody that is good at speaking and educating folks. My choice as the Secretary of Education is Nashville's own Hickok 45. Hickok 45 is an educator. We have all learned from him over the years, and his background was in education. I am really proud of this pick. I'm standing with this one. If you have another opinion on this one, let me know, but I am standing hard on this one. Congratulations to Hickok 45, Secretary of Education. Up next is the Attorney General. Well, to start off, for the Attorney General, probably needs to be an attorney. Now, you may say that does narrow the choices down. Yeah, it does a little bit, but I think in our freedom community, there's actually several choices that I had to go through, and I weighed this one pretty heavily, but I'm going with, as the Attorney General of the United States, I'm going with James Reeves, a.k.a. Gun Shorts. He wears those short shorts with pride, but he's also a lawyer, and he's really, really good at his job, level thinking, and a lot of fun, and he's a friend of mine personally. A lot of fun. Great choice as Attorney General. Up next is the Secretary of Defense. This is a tough one because you need somebody that can think, someone that knows strategy, someone that is level-headed. My choice as Secretary of Defense is, great choice here, from the Warrior Poet Society, John Lovell. I think he is the right choice, not just because of that hair, not just because of that beard, but also because of his ability to think tactically, to think, and that word does get overused in our industry, but he does. He is a leader, and I think he's the right choice as Secretary of Defense. Now, Secretary of Treasury, this is kind of a tough one because we need somebody that is organized. We need somebody that can think monetarily. This guy did a national level garage sale not that long ago. It was a big whopper of a garage sale down in Myrtle Beach, and I was really, really proud to see that. So this guy knows the money, he knows the dollars, he knows the cents, and he's got fantastic hair. Secretary of the Treasury, Brandon Herrera. Y'all know him. He's the AK guy. My choice as Secretary of the Treasury. All right, we're getting down to the last several. These are moving into the important ones. I feel bad. Third time, I'm leaving people out. I know I am. This was a hard list to do. Up next is the Secretary of State. Now, the challenge here is you want an individual that can go to a lot of different other countries, that can speak well. I chose someone who is very well informed, but also has our best interest in heart, takes our best interest of the freedom community to mind, and is uncompromising and unwavering in those things. Also is number 3 in line, or I guess number 2 in line, after the vice president for the presidency should a tragedy befall. So this is a really important one, and he's got a really, really good sidekick with great hair. Secretary of State, Iraq veteran 8888 Eric, personal friend, smart guy, well-informed, and he's going to have a great right-hand man in Chad. So that's my choice, and that's a pretty good one. I think that is a solid choice as Secretary of State. Here we go. My choices as President and Vice President of these United States. Vice President, I'm going to go with Paul Harrell. Great choice on my part as well. He's got the look. He's got the personality. He's got the jacket. He is the right wiring and temperament to be the tough guy in office. He is going to be the strength of this candidacy and this presidency in a lot of ways, and he is going to rule with a fist, with that level-headed voice. So Paul Harrell is Vice President of the United States. And up next is the President. I'm going to go, this is not a huge surprise. I'm pleased with this one as well. My choice as President of the United States is Clint Smith of Thunder Ranch. He has the experience. He's got the look. He is presidential. If there was ever a presidential look, it's this guy, and he's full of logic, and he thinks tactically, and he knows what's going on in this country. He is well-connected, well-spoken, and he is my choice as President of the United States. So it's a pretty solid ticket here in 2020 with the Paul Harrell and Clint Smith ticket. Now, here's one that I didn't have one for, and I want your choice. Department of Homeland Security. Who do you want to be the department? I say we disband the entire thing, but if you had to pick a Department of Homeland Security, who would it be? I left so many people out. I know you'd like to leave a comment and let me know who I left out. I think this was a lot of fun. These are my choices here. I think it's a lot of fun to think through this because I do think on some level everyone in Washington is a complete and utter criminal. And to everyone in Washington, D.C., from my cold, dead hands. Bye.